Yo, good evening, good evening, good evening. You are here again at another edition of the Black Bottom. So let's get started, y'all. Show getting ready to start in a minute.
Or no paper, no phone, no texting, no writing, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money. I get the money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get.
All right, come on in. Come on in. Get you some water. Get you some fruit. Roll you a blunt. Have you a beer. Get you a cocktail. Drink you some juice. Just leave them pills alone. The mugs will kill you. Come on in. You hear Black Bottom.
Minha vida inteira jamais procurarei alguém que me não ama como você. Não tenho medo nem insegurança. O sol nascerá, é tu irá. Tenho confiança na sua intenção, tão conectada como tem dom. Eu tenho confiança na sua intenção, tão conectada como tem dom. Sei que tu tem confiança, sem dúvida tu irá. Sei que tu virá. Sei que tu virá. Sei que tu virá. Sei que estaremos mais conectados dia a dia. Amor seguro, mesmo que tudo bem, mesmo quando estarei velha, sempre chorei amor sem. If only you could see me now. If only you could tell me why you disappeared, you made me cry. So don't come back. Oh, you never took the time to say. You didn't think you should explain. Following your every move, just because you like doesn't mean my heart don't want you. Footprints in the dirt, following your every move, even
All right.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right. Come on in. Grab them chairs. We are fellowshipping tonight. Peace and blessings to all those that's tuning in right now. Get you some water. Get you some fruit. Roll you a blunt. Have you a beer. Get you a cocktail. Drink you some juice. But just leave them pills alone. The mugs will kill you. You are here again at another night of Black Block.
gosh, the music just turns me on.
Know how to take care of me and my baby flowers. I'm ready to play, so I let it know. Gotta let it know. If you front love, I'll be ready for it. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you. It's that smile. Lord knows I ain't seen that in a while, but it's your style. So something must be up keeping you down. You a queen that must be heaven sent. Pray my soul, I must repent for not telling you what I meant and how I felt. Honestly, I'm used to throwing wishes in a well. My conscience tells me that I could have helped, but I failed. Actions speak louder than words, and that's a lesson that I learned all by myself. Let it know, I gotta let it know. She my white boy, she my miracle. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me and my baby flowers. I'm gonna ready to play, so I let it know, I gotta let it know. If you a front love, I'll be ready for it. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you. La, 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 feeling, baby, stress is all around us. These are ceilings and I need it, baby. Pressure and make diamonds, I won't steal it, baby. Solid, baby. First to see you crying, know you trying, ain't no lying, baby. When I say I need you greedy, if I have to share it, it was me that all along did you wrong, thinking that I made you beautiful and strong. This toxicity that left me, I feel the day you gone. The most beautiful girl I've ever known. I'll find a way to treat you better. I swear there's no one else like you. You teach me to be better. My talk is cheap, keep asking what I do. I'll fly you to the moon. Hope I'll see you soon. I'll find a way to treat you better. No problem. I'll be let it know. I gotta let it know. She my white boy, she my miracle. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me and my baby flowers. I'm gonna ready to play, so I let it know. I gotta let it know. If you a front love, I'll be ready for it. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you. Love, 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 love. Chicago, nigga! I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Let's get ready to rumble!
got some asses wiggling. I want some protection.
Come on in. Peace. I see y'all coming in the building. Come on in. Grab them chairs. We are fellowshipping tonight. You are here at another edition of Black Box.
Here we go, put this miserable song on repeat. Cause you seem to forget how much you are hurting me. Do what's right, you say you will, but then you don't. You just don't. You don't care, cause you don't take me seriously. What's there to repair if you don't want to talk to me? You should know the time is up, I'm out. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and you're no longer in my presence. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. Yeah. So you thought I would let this stay. No, that's right. Your words don't mean a thing to me. Sleepless night, your love has left us incomplete. Thinking that your promises will fizzle out. Oh, that's right. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and you're no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. Cause I don't. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this stay. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and now you never feel my presence. So I thought I would let this stay.
Come on in. Grab them chairs. It's fellowship tonight. Show getting ready to start in a minute. So get you some water, eat you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail, drink you some juice. Just lay them pills alone. Someone's gonna kill you.
Chilling all day, all of your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. So caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something to my brain wants you. I've been thinking of myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like okay. You never leave my thoughts alone, yeah, you. You're the reason I'm going down the line. I just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights of sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe you're brave, or you're my weakness. Even if we take the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been thinking of myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like okay. You never leave my thoughts alone, yeah, you. You're the reason
Hey, here we go, here we go. It's time for the show. Yo, you are here at the Roz Cast. Come on, let's go. Yo, yo, yo. We are back. We are back at it again. We are back at it again. Come on in, y'all. Come on in.
Nothing can stop me. 'Cause I'm addicted to you. I realize either way I follow.
Come on in, y'all. Let's get it.
But we are heading I follow the edge of it all.
Yo.
So tell me goodbye.
Peace. How y'all doing out there tonight? Let's get it. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. We struggle streaming, double streaming. We on both platforms. We on Facebook and YouTube. Let's go. All right. We are back. What's going on with everybody tonight? Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out Dr. Johnson. I see you, DJ Kane. I see you, OG Fun Size. I see you, Big Mike. I see you, Holly. I see all y'all. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's happening? I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope everybody was safe. I hope everybody is striving to be the best versions of themselves. I am Ross Lee. I am your humble host, and you are here again of another edition of the Black Bottom Rozcast, where we try to talk about, topics that can help us, not only as individuals, but us as a community. As I always say, I'm not a red pill guy. I'm not a black pill guy. I am a male advocacy, but I will speak on the truths and some of us men's shortcomings as well. It ain't just always about the women and what they're doing. But, we tend to touch on a few topics so we can get some kind of basis, so we can get some kind of understanding and see how we move. Sometimes certain people is just not who we need to be around. There's just certain individuals in certain circles we just don't need to be dealing with, especially if you're trying to strive further, along in your life, right? Men as well. There's some men out here that ain't got it all wrapped up too tight. And if you know for a fact Those kind of people, you need to leave them alone. What's up, Kendrick? Hey, shout out to you. I'm double streaming, struggle streaming. I'm on both my platforms. I'm on Facebook as well as on YouTube. Guess what? I need 10 more subscribers on YouTube. The magic number is now 10. I need 10 more subscribers on my YouTube page. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube page, please go over there to Black Bottom Roscast, hit the subscription and the bell button, like and share. Just hit the like button. Matter of fact, on both platforms, hit the like button. Let's get the algorithm going. You know, we're trying to get this thing, moving. As soon as I reach my goal of 10 more subscribers, I will solely be doing my live streams on YouTube. So for all those that be, watching in the bushes on Facebook and stuff like that, you're going to have to go on over there to YouTube pretty soon eventually, because I'm going to just keep it that way and take it from there. But before I go any further as far as everything else, I know some of y'all probably saw some of the pictures and some of the videos of this past Friday. Shout out to Tony Tech and the whole staff and everybody that came and supported me this past Friday at the place called The Point out in Wicker Park for the localized rebooted party. It was a very good vibe. That's how, when I came up in my day, in my younger years, going to the house scene and stuff like that, those were really how parties used to be. It was always a good vibe. It was always good music. It wasn't this madness that so many of us like to hear on a regular basis at these different venues and circles of today's time. It's a little bit too advanced for some of y'all. Y'all not really, up and hip to actual music. You'd rather hear something that has a funky beat and some trash lyrics just so y'all can twerk and stand around and look hard and somewhat, soft in the butt. But, that's either here or there. But shout out to all those that came out and supported, that, for my night. That was actually my first debut, so to speak, as far as on the DJing side. I mean, I've done stuff here and there, but as far as that magnitude of that venue, it was a great experience. It was a great venue. The people were good. The crowd was very perceptive. And I swear to God, man, if you're not a part of that kind of circle as far as partying and things like that, you just don't know what you're missing. And if you didn't come, hey, I'm sorry you didn't come. But the good thing is that's not going to be the end of it, because obviously I made a good impression. So you're going to be seeing me in a few places here and there. So be definitely looking out for DJ Ross, and shout out to the FOE DJs and Entertainment. Y'all came out, y'all came up and showed out. I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, I was opening up that night. Started at 10. I started a little bit after 10. So yeah, but that's probably for that in particular. I had to get my foot in the door for that one. Trust me. For some future, events, down the road, I won't be opening up, because you know what it is?
Let's have some asses wiggling. I want some perfection.
I got to have perfection. So I appreciate those that actually watched the videos. That if you wasn't there, it was a whole vibe. I'm getting my foot in on certain circles and certain people. So it was a good experience. I got a chance to network with some other good people that's in certain aspects of the business. So trust me, that ain't the first or the last time you're gonna see me. It's gonna be a whole lot more in the upcoming weeks and months. So definitely be on the lookout for that. If you're on Facebook, if you're following me on Facebook, definitely go on to my DJ Raj DJ page on Facebook. You can follow me on there for any upcoming events and things of that nature, especially when it comes to us and FOE DJs and entertainment. So definitely, stay in the loop. Stay in the loop.
You want to come home with me tonight? It's been a while.
So what is it this time? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
We purging tonight. That's how I'm gonna be coming in the door as far as a lot of my DJ sets in the upcoming future. I'm coming to purge. So be prepared for that. Anyway, let me get started before I keep talking, and y'all like, well, damn, what the hell you talking about tonight? Because all you talking about is just this, that, and the third, and we coming for the show. All right. Before I go further, this here show is sponsored by Ice House, Duff, Fiji Water. Got to put that love in your body. And a word of the game. I don't know about y'all, but man, these last few weeks has been rough. It's been some illnesses that's been going around. Some of us has been getting hit hard. I actually, for like maybe the last week or so, have been feeling way up under the weather. I keep telling y'all, and I know it's been for a fact because I haven't felt like this as far as illnesses. Even when, the COVID was around, these migrants is really bringing some shit here in this country that is really smacking us in the back of the neck. And then on top of that, they getting real comfortable with how they moving and how they doing things. I just heard here just recently, I just saw a notification on my phone this morning that like 4 of them like robbed and beat up and choked out some man on the Pink Line, here recently. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, she's real good with the medicines and helping you fight off. Because I'm telling you, last Tuesday, I didn't even know if I was going to make the gig on Friday, to be honest with you. I'm sitting at work with the shakes, with the chills. I'm sweating. I'm hot, all the same goddamn time. And, I didn't know if I was going to even make it through the week. But I managed to get through it. Actually, by Thursday, I was feeling a whole lot better. And Friday, I was good. And I have not seen the Bob Marley video yet. I have heard it is good. I'm mad as shit that it is not on my streaming device that I normally use to watch movies, especially movies that just came out. I guess it's that good. That's why it's not on there. I might have to look into other avenues. I know my nephew wants to take me and Fun Size to the show to go see it, so I'll probably just go do that, But I'm mad that I couldn't see it over the weekend in the house when I did have a little time. But I did hear some good things about it. I kind of suspected that it was going to be decent, at least entertaining. But I'm a stickler as far as biopics, and I'm really, a stickler like if it's historically accurate. If on top of it, if it's historically accurate, on top of being entertaining, then I'll be entertained with it. Because I don't like to see movies that half-ass it, do just the whole Hollywood thing to it, like Hoodlums. I was talking about Bumpy Johnson, not historically accurate, right? And it was enjoyable, but it was historically inaccurate. American Gangster, talking about Frank Lucas, entertaining movie, historically inaccurate. You know, a lot of the things that happened in that movie did not happen. So I don't like when certain producers and certain studios make these bios and try to depict things off of true stories and they're not historically accurate. Maybe the only movie over the course of years that I really saw that was historically accurate was American Me, X, can't think of any others at this moment. Hell, even Casino, great movie, not historically accurate. Goodfellas, classic movie, not historically accurate. You know, I really hope that, like, in the future, like, a lot of these people that want to make these, movies that depict like things in history in our days that we've been around, that they get a little bit more historically accurate with it on top of making it entertaining. You know. Oh, they deleted that dude. See, this is what I'm saying, man. They getting way, way too comfortable out here in this country. You know, and they just really feel like they belong here. That's the crazy thing about it. They feel that they belong here, and you ain't nothing. And the politicians are backing a lot of these people. You're Democrats. I understand that some of y'all been Democrats for many years, but if this don't show you that the Democratic Party has no good will for us as the Black people, or anyone for that matters, that so-called, well, I'm not a Democrat, so I'm not going to honor that side. But if anything, for the Blacks, because this is what the majority of our culture decided to jump on, as time and the years went on. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Ziggy Marley had a lot to do with that movie. So I'm quite sure, if anything, it's historically accurate, at least to a degree. I know sometimes if you want to get a little bit too over the top with it, you get a lot of backlash and stuff like that. We can't, the Spike Lees and the Melvin Van Peebles of our days, they kind of set a precedence as far as how things are depicted in our communities, and a lot of them, they used to get a lot of slack behind that. Because, the mainstream want to see something more entertaining than educational and historical. That's why, shout out to, John Singleton, God rest his soul. He actually tried to depict movies that was more historically accurate as far as the days and the times than just doing a movie for entertainment. Something that sticks on your brain. Yeah, Stephen did too. Yep, sure did. Man, look, it ain't us that's helping these mugs. It's the politicians, but these are people who we vote for, right? So if you want certain changes in our communities, in our politics, then you got to really do your due diligence and your research on who you're voting for. And are they going to really stand on what they're claiming they're going to do to get your vote? And then when you get them in, you got to stay on their neck to make sure they stay the course. Because if not, you need to do what a lot of our elders did back in the day, and that was to sit up in mass numbers and make some kind of appearance. I ain't saying you got to riot. I ain't saying you got to tear up Walmart like Black Lives Matter told you to do. I heard some shit about some of them. One of their top heads just got indicted for fraud here not too long ago. You know, but y'all wanted to support them just because it had black in it. Just because it got black in it don't mean it was good for you. Yeah, you know, like real talk. But anyway, I know y'all like, okay, you didn't talk. What we talking about tonight? Because I know some of the last few weeks, some of my videos and ran, you know, a little bit way over than what I would normally do on a regular. I try not to have them last over 3 hours, you know. I at least try to keep it to a point where it's, you know, you can at least stay engaged. We can interact with each other, and we get in, get out, so you can go on about your evening and the rest of your week. But I promise you, y'all, I promise you, you know, don't get to throwing those shoes at me. Don't get to slamming your phone on the couch. Don't get to, you know, throwing up the middle finger, you know, from the bushes, you know, because like, oh shit, he about to talk some shit. I promise you, y'all, I'm not gonna be too long. We're gonna do some reactions. We're gonna discuss these different topics. And it's really the main topic is what I'm saying is this: do modern women really want traditional men? We hear the conversations in many different podcasts, many different sectors, many different, you know, avenues and things like that. You know, some people have a lot of great points. Some people have a lot of off the wall as points. And it's a good question that needs to be answered. Do modern women really want traditional men in this modern time? Since a lot of you ladies are so, you know, independent, so strong, so, you know, steadfast in your grind and in your hustle and things like that. Even the ones that actually, you know, have obtained some sort of education, some sort of financial, you know, stability and things like that. Do y'all really want traditional men being a modern woman? I know a lot of them, they say it, but do you really act upon it? That's the question. Because we can all say, yeah, we want this, we want that, you know, we want our lives to be this way, we want our lives to be that way. But if you're not really necessarily putting in the efforts to stand on that, then you're just talking. Yeah, we can all talk it, you know, on social media and put this whole charade and facade that, you know, we're living this life because of imageries and things that we might say and things like that. But behind closed doors, and when it's really substantial, when it really matters, are you really on that? Are you really that type of person that's willing to be a man's helpmate, you know, that is willing to be a traditional man? And men, are you willing to step up as a role as a man to take care, provide, protect, you know, procreate and things like that with a woman? That's worth it. That's the key word, y'all. On both sides, it has to be worth it. And you have to ask yourselves, is that man worth my submission. And the man has to be asked, is that woman worth my protection, my provision? We can't give it to everybody. Everybody's not going to take it in wholeheartedly or honestly or to the means of as it can actually show some kind of residual results. Just because, you're taking advantage of an individual's finances and things like that, and you're playing a role, doesn't necessarily mean that in the long haul it's going to stay that way. Or if you're actually using your resources to give to this person, that person is not going to show you that you didn't waste your time or your resources to do this for this woman. I think a lot of us has been in situations on both sides where I think we played ourselves, and it can stain us. It can affect us in a way that you might have got burnt so many times you might not want to do it no more. So now we have these walls up, we have this resistance, this defense mechanism up, and especially if they started showing remnants of what you dealt with before when it didn't go the way that you thought it was going to go, then it can kind of go left. So before we go any further as far as what we're talking about, we're going to break it down as far as this topic right now. But before I start, I'm going to bring some content in that's going to kind of, kick off the conversation, what we're talking about. We're going to react on it. This was, I don't know if a lot of you guys remember a man by the name of Paul Harvey. He was a newscaster back in maybe the late 50s, early 60s, early late 60s, things like that. Actually back when the news was actually news, and you had some networks and some reporters that actually spoke truths in their commentary as far as what they were trying to convey, to people, on television. This is before internet and, and podcasting and all this other stuff. But he had a video. It was a speech. It wasn't a video, but he had a speech that was very profound.
What's going on with y'all, man?
It was very profound. And the topic is, if I was the devil. I'm quite sure some of you guys that are familiar with Paul Harvey, you're probably familiar with this in particular speech that he gave. I don't know exactly where he gave it at, but it's all online. One of the brothers that I follow, Black Balloons, you might want to follow him. He does a lot of different reaction videos, a lot of different things. So definitely follow that brother. But we're going to react off of his video on the subject of Paul Harvey's If I Was the Devil. And then we're going to really break down this whole dynamics as far as, do modern women really want traditional men? Because this has some basis to it, So let's go on.
It's Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, so y'all already know what's going on. All right, y'all. Now, a lot of you may recognize this man on the screen, and in the last video I did, someone actually recommended it.
It's all in fair use, as all y'all know.
Why not?
For the last couple of weeks, people been trying to hit me up, report certain things, and not keep it in fair use. So, we're going to keep it going like that.
If I Were the Devil. Now, in the short clip, he talks about what he would do if he was the Prince of Darkness. How he would want to keep the entire world in darkness. Basically, he would continue doing it the way that the devil has always done it, which is pervert everything. Now, hearing this clip from 1965, well over 50 years ago, kind of gave you goosebumps because it's very accurate definitely could consider it a prophetic word. He must have been very in tune in how things were going to eventually end up. Some people have a gift at that, at seeing where something is going to go before, what.
Some people have a gift at that, but also let's understand something. A lot of people that were in certain circles that was not of regular, society, that had some sort of seating somewhere, some kind of titles, they were privy to a lot of information that us regular, everyday working class people does not have. Okay. There's a lot of things and a lot of circles out here that have information that you're not going to find in books. You're not going to find in the library. They're not going to, it's not going to be on a newsstand. They're not even really going to really they blatantly put it out there, but they do it in such a way where it's coded. And if you're not familiar with certain signs and symbolisms and wordings and how things is being said, it's going to go right over your head. You're going to think it says one thing, but actually it means another. That's where it all goes into the wording called allegory. There is people out here that speak high allegory, and they will say things in a manner that you might think is one way, but it means something totally different. And if you're not abreast or affiliated or have any knowledge of what they're saying, it's going to go over your head. But anyway, let's break down
way before it gets to that point. Seeing the signs of things. So I thought the clip was very interesting. I think I had came across this before, but listening to it now, it definitely hits a lot different. So it was a very good suggestion for us to do a video about it and talk about some of the points that he makes in this clip. So without me talking too much, y'all go ahead and check this out.
If I were the devil, if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who wanted until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And what'll you bet? I couldn't get whole states to promote gambling. as the way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be. And thus I could undress you in public, and I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing.
Now, we all know the Prince of Darkness.
Y'all heard that, right? Tell me how accurate what he was talking about in 1965 about what's going on now in media, in schooling, in politics, in lifestyle. What is so what's ultimately subjected and respected now, especially in our music. In the court system, they don't believe in, that crap no more and believing in God. I grew up in a time where we actually used to say, prayers in the mornings before we started school. God was real prevalent in a lot of the things in the earlier years, like in the 60s and the 70s and, some parts of the 80s when I grew up in school. It's condemned now. There are so many things that has changed and so many things that has gone on. And he said this in 1965. A journalist made this, and let me ask you, how are we supposed to be in a modern time and want traditional lifestyles if this is what's going on in our society now? How is that going to be possible? How are we going to be able to sit up here and claim the fame that, I live the same kind of lifestyle that my granddaddy, my grandmama, my great-great-granddaddy and all them lived when it was more structure and more unity in our households and our communities? How are we supposed to do that if we're living in the times of Babylon now? When you got people out here that claim they're about community, that go to events to tear shit up, claim they're about the people, but all they are about is popularity and money. How are we supposed to say that we're about this higher than high lifestyle and we're doing things for the better of the community and our people if we're the very ones that's helping destroy it with the music that we listen to, the actions that we do, the way we interact with each other, the lack of respect that we give to each other? How are we expected to have a traditional lifestyle when you're too busy focusing on the Chanels and the Sukihanas and the materials and the Lambos and the imageries that they show you that's acceptable, that you're so enthralled on wanting to have because it just looks like it's so much fun. Yeah, those things look great until you really get behind the scenes and know what it took to get those things. You willing to sell your soul just to look like you balling? You willing to sell your soul to make it appear that you're a so-called boss? What are you willing to sacrifice to have this kind of popularity? You know, there's a saying that's in the scriptures, you know, faith without works is dead. And if you have no faith in the works that you're doing, but you're just doing something just to achieve some kind of financial and some kind of, you know, materialistic gain, then it's not even worth it. And it's not going to last. It's not going to last at all. These are the things that we got to really understand about what's going on in this here modern day. And we're letting it slip by our hands because we're being so confused with all the other things that go on in this day and time that is appealing looking because the devil makes it appealing to you. Okay. The devil can come in the most beautifulest form, the most angelic form, and is only there to give you complete chaos at the end. How strong are you to acknowledge and to see that? Like real talk.
Yes, or the devil, or whatever you want to call him, he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And the more we continue to wage sin, the more we allow these demons, this devil, to control our lives. Now, in the world that we live in today, it is completely ran by people who lean on their own understanding, who are more and more every day with the internet that was created at CERN, the World Wide Web. You know, I feel like it was, you know, in a sense, I feel like the internet is the devil. I feel like it's an entity, it's a demon. But with the internet and social media, people have become their own teachers. You know, like, you know, we can talk about YouTubers, we can talk about anything, or just someone in general, people who don't necessarily listen to YouTubers, but they also don't seek God. They
okay. Can y'all, like, for those that's not, you know, that's watching and haven't already, can y'all please hit the like button on my YouTube page and also on my Facebook page? And for those that are not subscribed to my YouTube page that are like watching me in the bushes, I mean, if you really want to get more of this content and get a better understanding as far as a lot of things that we talk about here and you know, on the Black Bottom, then go on over to YouTube and subscribe to Black Bottom Roscast and hit the subscribe and the bell and hit the like button on the way in. It don't cost you nothing. I'm not asking for any donations. I'm not asking for any super chats. I mean, I'm still 10 subscribers away from reaching a certain goal on my YouTube. And if you guys want to be along for this journey, go on over there and subscribe to my YouTube page on Black Bottom Roscast so I can get to that. And then I can stop double streaming on both my platforms and I can just solely stream on my YouTube page. So please go on over there. You know, OG Funside just posted in the comments on my Facebook page. Thank you again. Subscribe, man. Let's just build this. I need 10 more. Just 10 more. Just 10 more. I ain't asking for 100,000. I ain't asking for 10,000. I ain't asking for 5,000. I ain't even asking for 100. I just need 10 more subscribers, so I can really get into the algorithm as far as on the YouTube side, and we can really keep it pushing. And let's make this Black Bottom Roscast something that's going to be reckoned with and something that can be really entertaining. I got a lot of other stuff that's coming in the near future as far as my improvement, as far as how I'm going to have things on my stream. So just bear with me with that. Like anything, like I say, hey, I'm from the black bottom. So everything's coming from the dirt. And it's going to get better, greater, down the road. So, yeah, so hit the like button, share, subscribe. And, we want to finish this part off, and then we're going to keep going as far as what we're discussing.
People don't read the Bible. So to me, that's dangerous in the world that we live in. Personally, it's very dangerous for you. Because like I said, people are leaning on their own understanding. They're not seeking God for anything. They're becoming their own teachers. They're teaching themselves about this world, about the spirit world, about the devil, trying to teach themselves about God. Better yet,
help a brother out.
Teaching themselves
HBO.
Things that are so far from God, it doesn't even make sense. Believing that, like Paul Harvey said, like men created God, or, we are gods, or, these theories that are entertaining to the ear. They sound good. People today, they would rather believe in some kind of alien creating us than just something as simple as God creating us. And then when they say they don't believe in God because they want to know who created God, they ask too many questions, because the fact that God was never created and he is existence, God is literally existence himself. He just existed. He was always there before time.
Why ask that
They don't
question?
understand that. They can't wrap their minds around that. So they continue to seek the answer from somewhere else because they're not willing to pay attention to the truth. They don't want to know the truth. People don't want to know the truth. That's why I consider us to be a part of the 15% of the world who actually knows and understands and seeks this kind of information. And you have that 85% of the world who could, they don't give a damn. And I believe once you get to a certain part, or a certain time in life, it's your duty to seek some kind of truth, either about yourself or through God. And you want to do that with God. You want to start that relationship, at least try. But we live in that kind of world where things are being dictated by people who are very young and clueless. That's why I said all the devil wants to do is kill, steal, and destroy, and pervert everything, especially toward younger minds. The music industry, social media, everything is geared toward young people because they can't even make decisions for themselves. So a lot of them are making decisions for millions of other people that look up to them. So boom, the devil just won another million souls. He just perverted another million people to keep their eyes on him. Continue doing the things that you want to do in this world. Don't listen to the truth. Don't seek God. Do what you want to do. You're here to do exactly what you want to do. It doesn't matter. Just do it. Goes back to that do what thou wilt, that same ideology. That's what the devil wants you to do. Paul Harvey was so accurate with it. Everything he said is exactly what it is, what's going on today. He even talked about preachers and the little ones. And I know what he meant by that, and I think that's my point.
And that's a good point that he just made right there when it comes to the children and the things that we expose our children to. I was just here recently, not too long ago, at a dance that my 8-year-old daughter had at her school. And it was for the children that attend their school. So I think the highest grades was probably like 5th, 6th grade on down. They had them all clumped up in this one party. Started at 8 p.m. on a Friday, which I had a problem with that because my youngest daughter wanted to be a part of it, and it got a little bit too rough for her. It got a little bit too loud for her. And what I wasn't liking is how some of the older kids were interacting or not interacting with my daughter. And she's a very friendly person. She doesn't really like too many people, but if she feels comfortable enough in a certain area, she'll want to, interact with you. And I was noticing how a couple of the older kids didn't want to interact with her, and it was really hurting her feelings. And I really felt bad for my baby. And I had to take her back to the house because I wasn't about to have her in this environment that wasn't, welcome her in with open arms to at least have a good time. And then on top of that, I'm looking at a lot of these other, children up in there, and what this DJ was playing at this child's party. That's really, a lot of it wasn't children friendly music, and how a lot of these children were reacting, especially the young ladies. It's really, it's a problem when I see a 7-8-year-old twerking like they're a grown ass woman, and then their mamas are just sitting there on the sideline, coaching this shit and kikiing and laughing and smiling like that shit's cute. But you all want traditional men. But this is how you live your life, and this is how you raise your children in this modern society where anything basically goes. And what really fucking took me aback is when this DJ actually played a Sexy Red song, and these kids going crazy. I was too through then. I was too through then. I didn't like that at all. And some of you mothers out there that raise your children in this modern day, and you allow them to listen and to partake in these adult-oriented songs, shit like that, just because it's popular on radio and popular on your streaming services and all this other crap that y'all, put yourselves into, that's really of an adult nature. Like I say, I don't really give a shit what y'all listen to as adults. Y'all want to listen to trash. You want to listen to mindless music. You want to listen to stuff that like makes you mentally want to like snap off and like tear up the club, as we joke about in so many different circles. Like, yeah, what's a good song to tear up a club? Not give you buck, you don't want no problems, and shit, what I'm talking about. Songs that get you like, yeah, you just want to just drink a bottle of beer and like crack a motherfucker upside his head. Just because. That's energy. That's that's a wavelength that a lot of us take upon, and then we transfer that on to our young ones, and then you wonder why they're wilder than what the hell you were and what you are. Because I mean, let's just be 100. If your children is just as wild as you were or worse, you didn't do a good job with your children. You probably was too busy doing whatever you was doing with whomever and wherever and however to really give structure to your children. Give some kind of, knowledge and something that they can build on. You probably didn't do that. But you want to be a traditional person in a modern society. You want a traditional man and don't know how to be a traditional woman. A lot of you. A lot of us men out here don't know how to be traditional men because we wasn't raised to be that way. Think about the last 30, 40 years of a lot of us and who and how we was raised and brought up. Was a lot of you brought up in a single family home with your mama? Or did you grow up with both your mama and your daddy in the house? You know, because back in 1965, when that was made from Paul Harvey, the black communities had a marriage rate of at least 65% or better. Now it's less than 30. That's a problem. And a lot of it has to do with society. A lot of it has to do with how you was raised, what you was taught and what you wasn't taught, what was brought to your attention and what was not brought to your attention, what was considered popular and what was considered lame. You know, some of y'all out here want to call a person that actually has some gumption about themselves, some structure, some balance, and don't believe in all the foolery and the effery. Y'all call them lame. You know, they ain't hitting on nothing. They ain't bossing. I mean, whatever the fuck. I mean, which, you know, hey, if you and half you motherfuckers don't know how to wash your ass properly, if you feel that a person that's really about their life is a lame, oh well, call us lame. I'm glad. I ain't got to deal with your stank ass. Go about your business. I'd rather for you to be somewhere else, but just stay away from mine while you're doing your own self. That's how I feel about it. You know, like I said, I was very offended in watching how these parents of today at my daughter's school was allowing their children to interact and engage and I just was like, wow. You know, I was really taken aback by it. But I'm not surprised. Because what's so funny and what's so shitty about that whole night, that DJ probably wouldn't have played that song if the parents wouldn't have went to him and asked him to play the damn song. That's the crazy shit. This ain't y'all party. That wasn't y'all night. Sit your punk ass down on the sidelines, interact with the other parents. If you want to interact with other parents, let your children have a good time as children, and then take y'all's punk asses home. The fuck you asking the DJ to play something that y'all want to hear? That's lame. Exactly. Brother Mike, that's lame for allowing your children to want to listen to trash ass fucking music. That's the lamest shit in the world. And then, but don't get mad when your daughter at 13, 14 got popped off. Don't get mad when your 12, 13-year-old son start getting a police record. Don't get mad when your daughter 15 and can't even fucking spell cat. Your son can't even read. 2 + 2 to him is fucking 8. The fuck? Don't get mad when people talk about you. Because we really need to start bringing shame back in our community. It was shameful to see your children act a certain way in our communities back in the day when we were coming up as children. When we had real parenting. When we had real schooling. When we had real structure. You know, it was frowned upon to see a 10-year-old girl act like she thinks she grown. Bet not be speaking, cursing and shit. Fuck. That was unheard of in a lot of our households when we was growing up as children. You couldn't even say dang. That was too close to damn. And tell me I'm lying. But y'all let these kids do whatever. Y'all rather be these kids' friends. That's why they don't respect you when they get grown. And then y'all won't cry a river when they do some fuck shit out here in the streets and they get put on the news or put on a fucking a milk carton or do some fuck shit. Now y'all won't cry to the media. He's a good kid and she was a good girl. I don't know why y'all my baby. Fuck you. Fuck you. And honestly, if your child was at a certain age that they knew right from wrong and they didn't want to fucking listen, you know, Big Mama and them did to us back in the day, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. You think you that grown? Hit the bricks. Figure that shit out on your own then. And then you found out just how real life was out there and out of the streets. Yeah, we were seen and not heard, but it's the other way around now. They heard and half of them ain't even seen. Well, they synced and heard. Fuck you mean? Let us not forget last summer downtown how a lot of them teenagers act and what they did downtown. And I hope a lot of you bitches, because y'all ain't mothers, I hope a lot of you bitches was proud to see y'all's children all on the news that fucking that week, that day, downtown acting and fucking running a fucking muck. Y'all should be real fucking proud of yourselves. We ain't forgot. This the shit we talking about. Y'all are doing what the fuck y'all want. Y'all are feeding into the bullshit of the devil. Do as thou wilt, as Aleister Crowley used to say. Y'all don't give a shit. As long as it makes y'all feel good, y'all don't give a fuck about who it affects, what you do, how you do it, and where you do it at. Anyway, let's go on with this.
Point that I wanted to talk about is the fact that, you know, people just don't pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And in the time that we live in, it is very hard for you to pay attention to what's going on around you. Always in your phone. There's always something distracting you and keeping you away from really seeking.
That shit irritates my soul. And today, I am so tired of everywhere I look, someone is in their phone like this all day, every day. You're not paying attention to your surroundings. You're not paying attention to where you're walking sometimes. I done seen motherfuckers get so enthralled in their phone and they walking and shit that they fuck around and walk into a goddamn pole. I didn't see so many texting and driving accidents has shot past drunk driving accidents. Look up the numbers. Y'all can't get rid of this shit. That's why I wish that it went back to analog cell phones with the old blue screen and the black lettering and very limited internet service. Because y'all don't know. You're doing too much with this shit now. Y'all got baby computers in your fucking pocket, spending all this fucking excess money just so you can be popular with this new iPhone and this new this and this new that. And you can't even fucking keep a roof over your head. You can't even keep food on your table. But you will spend thousands of dollars on a bullshit ass phone to show you more and more bullshit because you're looking at all of the social media trash that is right there at your fingertips. Distracted from what's really going on here in the real world. See, when I was coming up, we actually had to interact with people. We didn't have apps and dating apps and all this other shit and things like that. You know, especially during parties, you know, people actually had street teams that were putting, you know, flyers and billboards up around certain areas and neighborhoods. We didn't have to go on our phone to look at shit. Hell, a lot of us, once we left the house, if you ain't called us before we left the house, you ain't getting in contact with us until whenever. I remember them days. I miss them days. Because some of you motherfuckers don't need to talk to. Some of y'all don't need to be so easily accessible. Because your mind is fucked up. It's all with this internet. Y'all don't pay attention to nothing but what the fuck is on that phone. So many people done got their phone stolen because all they do is this. And they get mad when someone do it. Pay attention to your surroundings. Don't you remember that saying? If you paid attention, you'll be all right. But what do we know?
In God, and finding out your purpose in this world. And I get it, y'all. I get it, because we all walked in darkness until we became into the light of God, until we started to learn ourselves, learn who God was, and we were strong enough and willing to lean on God and try to create that relationship. Like, I understand someone who doesn't quite get it, you know, and takes it to as simple as not even knowing how to pray. I understand that, because most of us come from that, especially if you don't have a family that was strong in the church or strong in reading the Bible or pitting these kind of things on you as a kid. Like, if you don't come from that kind of family, you don't know what to do. You lean, like I said, you lean on your own understanding. You go with what you feel in your gut, you know, and in a sense, that's you following your own God in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've had conversations with people too many times about, you know, who created us, I think, just to kind of revisit that point, I think that is the biggest, you know, it's the biggest thing that takes people from understanding God and believing in God.
We could be old fashioned. I'd rather be old fashioned than new school.
Who created us?
Tell you that.
People would literally rather
old fashioned live longer. New school don't last that long.
Crazy theory that they heard on YouTube, instead of just reading the Bible or just going outside and look at creation and then try to find an understanding of who actually created what we're in. It's not some kind of simulation. That's why I say these kind of thoughts, they like massage your mind, they massage your brain. It's easy for you to connect to because that is what you can see. It's interesting. It sounds good. I've always said, you know, to most people believing in God and Jesus and talking about all that good stuff in the Bible, it doesn't sound good to them. It's not entertaining. And this world is ran off of negative entertainment, things that can massage your mental more than actually teaching you something. You see what I'm saying? So people have a hard time making that connection, you know, and gaining any kind of spirituality, you know, any kind of connection to God.
So until those that are really tired of the mayhem and the madness of what's being subjected to our children as well as ourselves, and know the difference of how to calibrate it and separate it and stop feeding so far into the negative of the energies that's being put out here, it's not going to get any better. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame an 8-year-old for liking Sukihana, Meg Thee Stallion, or Sexy Red or Ice Spice if they mama, that's all the fuck she play in the house. I can't really blame that child for that. I gotta look at that parent. But is that a woman that really needs and deserves to have a traditional man? You know how many situations that some of our brothers have to deal with, dealing with women with children, especially if they got girls, and they decide to shack up with that man while their daughter's around, and some of the things that has or could happen in that household. Sometimes he's blamed for things, or sometimes that man does some things to that woman's daughter. Whose fault is that? How that happened? Who allowed it? No matter how many situations it was when a daughter has been totally scarred because the guy that her mother had in the house was physically abusing her in an essay kind of way. But whose fault is that? But you ladies want traditional men. And you don't even know how to be a traditional woman, a lot of you. And a lot of these men are not traditional because how they was raised. And a lot of them was raised as cowards and little girls. That's why they always shooting and killing up each other. I'm sorry, they're leading each other. Well, fuck it, my shit ain't monetized, so I don't even give a shit. So much sensitiveness, that's going on in the men's circles, especially you new niggas. Y'all something else. Y'all pants be tighter than the women's. And it's so fucking fruity. Y'all wear the tightest pants and had them motherfuckers halfway off your ass. I know your mama's proud of you.
All right. And y'all, we're living in biblical times. And now it's more important.
We're living in the end of times.
Yourself and seek that connection with God than it has been at any other time. To me, I feel that way because, like I always end these videos and say, nothing is actually getting better. Only you can get better as a person, as an individual. You can try to help people, but not everybody can be helped.
Nope.
Because most people will only see destruction come toward the end of their lives because they chose to ignore what is actually going on. That's going to be a lot of people's future is destruction and death. We're all going to die, but we're all going to have a deserving death. I remember XXX saying that might have been one of the very true things that he said.
And just to expand on what he's saying, there's no way around us going to the upper room, so to speak. We're all born to die. But how you get there depends and depicts on how you live your life. Some of us is going to live a long life, accomplish many different things, interact with many different people, and live a good life. And then when it's all said and done, when it's time to call it one, they're content with what it is. And then you got some out here that is living for the moment, living for the ground, living for the streets, living for the bullshit, and don't make it even half-ass to their prime in life. You're a cut up card out. You're a cardboard cutout now. You on a t-shirt now. They want to name a block after your ass now. You know, stupid shit. They think that's a positive thing. No. It's negative. It's nothing positive. The city didn't name a block after you. Y'all named a block after you. Ain't shit positive about that. And what's so fucked up now, y'all didn't turn city streets that was named after our brothers and sisters that actually accomplished something in the world, them the worst neighborhoods, blocks. You don't want to be on fucking Martin Luther King Drive anytime and think something positive gonna happen now. Y'all really fucked up his legacy. Hey, what's happening, GG? Yeah, we supposed to. We supposed to live our lives the best we can with what we got in front of us. If we're willing to do better, we gotta do better. If we're willing to learn, we gotta have an open mind. If you're just out here just doing shit just to be fucking doing shit, then you didn't miss the mark. And you're going to be the one that's going to see. Everyone's not going to make it. It said it in the Bible. Everyone's not going to make it to the kingdom, yo. Sorry. I'm glad. Because some of y'all motherfuckers don't need to be there. They kicked out the ones out of heaven that didn't need to be there. So why the fuck do we want to bring y'all back in? Because y'all thrive off this bullshit, this negativity, the fuckery. Hell, even in this club shit, some of you motherfuckers need to just quit, man. Seriously. Fucking stop. Stop it. Just take your slow ass on somewhere else. Stop trying to claim some kind of non-for-profit and just go on out there in the streets, man. Run amok somewhere else. Because y'all have really, really made this shit look bad. And I love some of my peoples that's still a part of this shit, that's actually doing things. But some of you motherfuckers need to be ashamed of yourselves how y'all supported Star Quality this past weekend. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all rather went to some bullshit nigga dumbass shit and packed that shit in just to fuck it up. But y'all didn't want to go and support some people that actually do shit with the community, that actually got things going on. I guess y'all said fuck it since the original founder is no longer here. I guess y'all just say fuck that club, right? Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. That's why I don't miss this shit. I don't miss none of you motherfuckers. You heard it here. I spin the globe on it. I don't miss none of you motherfuckers. I wasted too much time, effort, energy, money, miles. Some of y'all was good people to me. I can't shit on all y'all, but a lot of y'all ain't shit. And for y'all to do that club like that, y'all ain't shit. Because they would come and support everybody's shit. Just like how my club used to. But I understand. We wasn't the cool cats of the crew. We wasn't sleeping and fucking that damn body. You know, y'all couldn't, the ones that y'all did snatch from us, they wasn't shit any goddamn way. And see how far they gone in this shit. You got some bum ass motherfucker think she an MC, bitch, need to lose some weight. And stop had all the goddamn time. I don't give a fuck. bitch. Ask me for money, then you want to fucking shit on me? Bitch, fuck you. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all need to shut the shit down. There's no structure, there's no order, there's no love, there's no respect. Shut it the fuck down. Because every other state is looking at y'all and laughing at you. Like I said, there's no structure, there's no leadership. Shut the shit down. Because they don't respect y'all in the world. Y'all are looked at as clowns. When y'all gonna realize that shit? Y'all fucked up for that, man. Jazzy was a good person, man. Fuck your mama on that one. Y'all, a lot of y'all made y'all grand appearance at her homecoming. Where the fuck was y'all at afterwards? Yeah, I said it. Where the fuck was y'all at afterwards? I don't give a fuck who this go back to. Call me. Hit me up. I'm on that. Because y'all ain't shit. Shut the shit down. I wasted 11 years fucking with you knucklehead ass motherfuckers, man. 11. I didn't have the kind of so-called reputation before I got around you fucking retarded ass motherfuckers. I was actually liked. I'm actually still liked in other circles that ain't got shit to do with y'all. That's why I'm glad to be who I am. Because I didn't just stay in one thing. I didn't do this shit to be popular and to do what I actually want to give back. You weak ass, wannabe ass, fucking leader ass, motherfucking council holding ass bitches. Get your shit together. Some of y'all motherfuckers walk around this bitch like y'all shit don't stink, and you don't even own your fucking organization. You want to argue that? You keep losing venues. You're further going down the rabbit hole. In a minute, all y'all gonna be doing is fucking backyard boogies and alley parties. Motherfuckers, half these people out here out of town don't even want to come to y'all shit no more. Man, listen, bro. I done went through it. And they tried to bring me down in it. But I ain't going. Trust me. I know I'm not missed. I know y'all don't miss me. I don't miss a lot of y'all either. Now, I did meet some good people in this. Real talk. No, I don't know why they even let these motherfuckers go back. I thought it was over about a month or so ago about that spot. You know, I thought Jeff and them said fuck y'all again. But he gave y'all a chance again. And y'all fucked it up again. Can't take you slow ass short bush shorty motherfuckers nowhere. Can't take you short bus shorty motherfuckers nowhere. That's how y'all treat the shit. Y'all just purge on people's shit and fuck it up. Don't give a fuck because you don't run it. You know, some of these people, that's their livelihood. Some of these people, they depend on that shit for their own bottom line. If y'all don't give a fuck, so why the fuck you a part of this shit? I would really go there with the shit, but I'm not. I'm not, because I'm not about to waste my energy nor my blood pressure, because this ain't even really the point that I'm making as far as tonight. But it kind of coincides because hell, all y'all fucked up in the head anyway. So who's traditional out here in today's time? Really nobody. A lot of us is out here running amok. A lot of us is out here just fucked up in the head. A lot of us just don't want to do right. And that's fine. It is what it is with that, man. But don't fuck up someone else's shit because y'all can't really get y'all shit together, man. That's not cool, man. That's really not cool. Don't mess up someone else's livelihood just because y'all can't sit down at the table and really talk about it like adults. That's childish. That's really childish, you know. And I pray that it can happen, but to be honest, I don't see it happening. This thing that went so far to the left, I don't see it ever really changing. It'll probably get worse before it get better. And if it's worse than this, then God bless us all. And we could all just get along, but no one wants to do that. What's up, my son? I see my boy up in here. Shout out to all those that's tuned in. Like I said, we were just talking about a certain topic, kind of got off subject. I'm not trying to go there no more, but we're going to let my man ride this out, and then we're going to discuss about what we're talking about, really.
But there's going to be a lot more destruction that's going to come to this world, and people are going to get what they deserve. There's already a lot of evil that is going on in this world. There's already so much perversion that, I don't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? But all I can do is continue to do my part, continue to walk the path that I've been chosen to walk. And that's, pretty much all I can control. And I have accepted that a long time ago. I feel that I still have a mission. I'm still gonna, continue to chase that mission until I feel it's over, or until God points me in another direction where now, I must put my attention on this or that, whatever that may be when that time comes. But, to end this video off, we're definitely
where did things go wrong at my club? Let me retort. Things went wrong in my club when I had certain people over me not liking me doing what I was doing because I wasn't doing it with them. Which in turn, they would go into a lot of my old members' ears to talk mad shit, to turn them against me. Just like what a lot of other clubs go through. I done seen it all for the last decade, man. How it is so easily to manipulate people that one don't like to be followed, to follow leadership, nor to respect an organization or have true loyalty to their organization, because a lot of them fed off popularity and what other trappings they can get in this, this stuff. I can't be mad at them, but don't shit me. Don't throw me up under the bus because y'all got delusions of grandeur. Good luck to you. I wish you well. But don't ever say we didn't fucking support y'all. Don't ever say we didn't spend money with y'all. Don't ever say we didn't take a time out to give back. Don't ever say that about this club that I used to have. Don't ever say that. You don't want to acknowledge us? You don't want to respect us or respect me, so to speak? That's fine. I'm not going to lose no sleep over it. But don't ever say that I didn't do what I felt was right during the time I was there. Don't ever say I didn't. And if you did, you're lying. Real talk. I'm sure some of them have. Princess Black, I'm quite sure some of them have. Behind my back, behind closed doors, and they little private ass fucking gatherings and family nights when we used to have club sets and the motherfucker like, yeah, we having a family night that night. Yeah, I know about all that. I know about all that. I know about some of the people out here that used to just purposely throw family nights the nights we used to have club sets. But I don't give a fuck about that. Where y'all fucked up with me with is when OG Fun Size father passed and y'all didn't even fucking show her no respect when we had a gathering that night. Y'all could have came up for 5 minutes. I said we was going to have a donation box. Y'all run and flock to everybody else's shit. I didn't say y'all had to stay that whole night. Y'all could have just stopped by. Said our condolences. Here's a small donation. God bless you. Hope all is well. Y'all said fuck that shit. No, fuck that. I ain't good. I'm not good behind that. But y'all want to fucking parade around some skank ass bitch lying on me. Some slut bag ass slut. Thinking she got something over me. Fuck you and your mama. She should have swallowed your ass with a crackhead ass. But anyway, let me digress. You know, this almost became a smoke show tonight. And I ain't trying to make it a smoke show tonight. I'm really not. I'm just trying to make a point. I'm trying to give some knowledge and some encouragement that we got to do better. We got to do better, y'all. Because right now we ain't. As a collective, as a whole, as a society, across the fucking states, we're not doing good at all. So many of us want to claim we doing so great. But no, we're not. We're falling into the same bullshit everybody else is falling into that's not that strong in the mind. You think I'm supposed to have respect for motherfuckers? I done went to people's shit. Yeah, I used to hear it all the time. Man, he gets on trains and buses. And I done traveled from fucking Bellwood to Harvey for you motherfuckers on public transportation. I'm almost like motherfucking dude from motherfucking Denzel for motherfucking Training Day. Y'all gonna do this shit to me? Y'all gonna do this shit to me? The fuck? The audacity of y'all. But I understand. I didn't hang out with y'all in the hood. I didn't come from some of y'all's neighborhoods. So, I grew up on the southeast side of Chicago, motherfucker. In the 70s. I done been around legends. Y'all fail to realize my uncle's Benny Lee. I don't claim all that other shit. That was years ago. Yeah, it's a long ass way. Public transportation, that's down there 3 hours. Uber is expensive. I've done that too. But remember, y'all motherfuckers said I was broke. DJ Kane, no, I don't. I hear what you're saying as far as needing a hug. No, I don't need a hug. There's some things just need to be spoken on. Because see, y'all wonder why you can go to any other state in that circle and see real, brotherhood, sisterhood, support. And then you hear and you always hearing the drama. There's a reason behind that. There's a mental reason and there's a structural reason behind that. Everyone loves chaos. Just admit it. A lot of us out here in these streets like chaos. A lot of us didn't need to be in certain situations in certain circles because you done fucked it all up. The way y'all did Star Quality this fucking weekend, y'all don't give a fuck. But you're bogus as shit for that. If Jazzy was alive right now, she'd have a whole lot to say to you niggas. And women's. But she ain't here no more. So I guess y'all like fuck her and her people. Y'all really showing who y'all really are. I always said this shit, Dr. Johnson. A lot of the motherfuckers that's in the SC world never had good upbringings coming up. They wasn't that popular. They probably used to get bullied. They probably was stanking. They probably didn't fucking have good clothes. They probably just had all this dysfunction going on in their life. And then they get a little something, be a part of a little something, get a little title, and now they don't know how to act. Now they forgot where they come from. Some of you motherfuckers need to understand, just as much as you want to say how down and bad I was, I saw how some of y'all was living too. Let's not go there. No, they weren't popular. See, I actually was in high school. I was actually popular. You know what I'm saying? During my time in high school. The popularity didn't really mean shit to me. I actually was a part of that because I really wanted to give back to the community. I was naive to think that maybe we can do something like how the Panthers used to do back in the day. How silly though I was. Fred Hampton and them would slap me in the face saying that shit if they was alive right now. And don't fucking put us involved in that shit. Huey Newton, all the motherfuckers kicked my ass. I said some shit like that again. What was I thinking? At one point, it was actually had structure. Y'all done drove them all away. You drove all the real leaders away in the social club world. You should be proud of yourselves. Y'all hold the ranks now. I hope you're proud. I don't give clowns attention. I'll put clowns on notice. Because like I say, I ain't going to lose no sleep over it. But anyway, let me wrap this up as far as what my man is saying. And then we're gonna wrap this up. Like I said, all this kind of goes in hand with what we're talking about.
Make it more about you. Make it more about love. You know, love the ones that are around you, your family. You know, if you can, if there's room, make up. You know, people that you haven't forgiven, forgive them first. Then you could properly move on. You know, if there's.
I see what you said, Dr. Johnson. Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Friends as well. You know, I think it's more about loving the ones that are around you, forgiving people, and, you know, in the midst of all that, make sure you focus on yourself. Make sure you focus on your heart.
And that's a key thing. Learning how to forgive people. If someone's not riding what you're riding on, that doesn't give you the right to condemn them because they want to do things the way they want to do it, as long as it's done the right way. Why should you condemn someone for doing something because you're not having anything involved in their success? You should be happy for it. Real leadership is happy when they see others succeed. That's true leadership. Now, if you want to be a dictator all your fucking life, then go ahead on that. But real leadership respects those that succeed, even if they got an inkling of information from you. I never shitted on anybody that was a part of my club that didn't want to stay loyal to my club and went on and did what they did and was somewhat successful. I didn't shit on you. But y'all sure shitted on me. And I ain't even mad at you. But what I'm upset about is that the support that we gave, we never got it back. The support that Star Quality puts out there, they didn't get it back. Y'all bogus for that. Real life bogus. The things that y'all doing out here in these streets and y'all think y'all gonna keep it going? Maybe so. Like I said, it's gonna come to a point where all y'all gonna be doing is parties in the backyard in the fucking alley. Because ain't nobody gonna want to fuck with y'all no more. You're becoming a liability for people's establishments. But like I said, you know, that was my rant. I know it was kind of extensive, but it had to be said.
Make sure you focus on God. And you can still live the life that you've always wanted to live. Doing these things doesn't, you know, it doesn't give you a boring life. It doesn't mean you're not going to do the things that you want, you know, because we all want to live a certain kind of way. We all see ourselves living a certain kind of way. But just because you chose to chase the light through God does not mean that you won't live, you know, the life that you deserve. I promise you, you'll see doors open up galore if you just let some of these things go that's been holding on to you or that's been taking your soul, and you start to walk with God. And I think it's as simple as that. And a lot more people will find that out when they make that choice and they commit to God. So I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in there. Y'all know, usually when I do videos like this, I like to show my face and kind of like talk to y'all one-on-one because.
And I'm just gonna wrap that up right there because he was talking about some other stuff. But yeah, man, we're at a dilemma. We had a crossroads in society. We were doing things totally wrong out here in our communities. How we interact, how we problem solve, how we judge people because of what others say without even taking the time to get to know these people. I see it all the time. I experienced it. So I know exactly where some of these people are going through. There is some people out here that actually want to have something of some substance, but it's hard to do it when majority of the masses is on fuck shit. It's hard to be positive when everything is negative. It's hard. It's not impossible. It's just hard. And I think when a lot of us make it upon ourselves to remove ourselves from certain things and stay on the path that you're wanting to stay on, that you're knowing can bring you some constant elevation. When you truly stay on task with that, you will see that what you did wasn't in vain. When you really realize that being known is one thing, being popular is another thing, but being respected is way better. Then you'll understand just how important this life is while you're still here. Everybody's not going to like you. A lot of people's not going to respect you. And damn sure, a lot of them are not going to support you. And you have to be all right with that. See, I ran it for a little bit because I have my reasons because, like I said, we did nothing to no one in my time. But it is what it is with that. Like I said, I'm not going to lose no sleep about it. But as far as the basis of what we were talking about tonight, I want us brothers and I want us sisters to understand something. We can't keep talking about traditional lifestyles if we're not solely traditional within ourselves. When we're so worldly and so modernized with what's going on in social media and what's popular, what's popping, what's lit, and all these other, slow slogans that we make up in our community, when we get out of that mindset and really get back to the grassroots, foundation as far as what it takes to have those things, then we should be all right. If not, then we're going to continuously go down this slippery slope of BS and bum effery. I try to be a little nice. I try to be a little more calmer, but sometimes, certain things, do trigger me too. I never really expressed about all the extra crap that I dealt with when I was a part of certain things, but I don't like to see others that are good people and trying to do things that's good as well, and they get the same kind of shit. Hell, y'all did that to Duck, and Duck fucked with everybody. And I know some of y'all newbies don't know nothing about who Duck is, but he 30 plus years in the game in this shit. Some of y'all weren't even born. But I appreciate all those that's tuned in. Like I said, I know a lot of y'all kind of be watching in the bushes. Some of y'all don't even speak, man. It's all good though, because hell, half the times when I was in certain circles, y'all didn't speak when I was out there like that anyway. So I mean, I ain't really mad about it. Y'all only really spoke when it was involving something that was benefiting y'all. And that's okay. That's okay. Because like I said, we're all in this to have some kind of success, right? Right. It's no secret about that. All this stuff requires time and money, things of that nature. Some just get more than others. But you shouldn't shun those that's really doing things the right way. And if a person is out here doing things the right way, he or she has the right to deal with that person that's on the same level. Stop wasting your time with weak ass men that can't be a real man. Stop wasting your time with trifling ladies that don't know how to be real women. Learn to have discernment of vetting the right people that you need to have in your life. I know sometimes we get caught up in this and that and the outer things, and you know it happens to us all. But try to do your best to really understand a person for who they truly are. And if you know they ain't shit, then you need to leave them alone. You know. But man, I hope everybody did good. I know. I'm actually on task tonight. I told you I wasn't going to be too long. And it's 10:19. And it's still somewhat early. So with that, I want to thank everybody and shout out to all those that are tuned in. Like I said, I'm double streaming, struggle streaming. I'm on both my platforms. I'm on Facebook as well as on YouTube. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube page, please subscribe to Black Bottom Roscast. Hit the subscribe and a like. Share this video. I'm quite sure it's going to get to some people, and I'm going to start hearing some fuck shit the next day and all this other shit. But I really don't care because you put it out there for yourself. You put it out there like that. You did your own self. How y'all move. Not all y'all. Some of y'all actually are trying to do something worth something. Stay on that. Weed out the bullshit. You'll thank me later. Watch people real close. How they move, how they act, how they handle things. Watch closely. You'll see in the end who's real and who's not. I'll try my best, but like I said, in all things, when you start poking too hard, when you start hitting too many truths, people get to talking behind the scenes and stuff. But it's okay though. I was made for this, I was built for this, and I was going to do this until the end of time, until I can't do it no more. And that's just what it is. And if you don't like what I'm doing, then just don't follow me. Just don't be in my circle. Just go on and live your life. I'm not knocking what you do, but you're not going to keep doing all the fuck shit and everybody else is supposed to follow. Everybody should have their own choice in their own lane and their own means of thinking. There's no oracles in this world. There's no end all be all perception of this world. With that being said, we're going to wrap this up. And I really hope everybody has a great remainder of the week. Like my man Simple the P always used to say, God rest his soul. I hope you live as long as you want. You never won't as long as you live. Because you are here at the Roscast. Good night, y'all.
Say it was on the right.
Tune in next week. Same back time, same back channel. Stay positive out there, y'all. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. God bless y'all. Thank you for all the moderators that tuned in. Love y'all. Y'all be easy. If y'all got any questions, concerns, or topics, feel free to hit me on my email, blackbottomroscast@gmail.com. Y'all be easy. Share the video, like, share, subscribe. Black Bottom Roscast. Ten more subscribers, y'all, and I'm off. I'm off to the races. Phone lines will be opening up soon, so stick with me. And we are gone.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?